All right, everyone. So here are the ingredients for the sofrito, the Puerto Rican sofrito. So I have aji dulce, which is like a sweet Spanish pepper. They're very small. So if you can't find these in your supermarket, what you can do is you use regular sweet peppers that are small like this. Usually they're more colorful. These are the only ones I could find. Be very careful and read the package because spicy Jamaican peppers look the same. So we have cilantro, regular cilantro here, lots of garlic. We have culantro, which is the cousin to regular cilantro. So you can see the difference here. So this is like a veiny kind of herb. You see, I'll do like a close-up. So this is a veiny kind of herb, as you can see. And then regular cilantro has like those flowery leaves. I'm sorry about the swollen hands. I don't even have my wedding rings on or anything. I have edema in my legs and my hands and my feet, and my voice is off because I'm sick. And of course, as a woman who loves to cook, my job is never done. So no matter how bad I feel, I still have to get things done, right? Okay, so another ingredient is Italian Cubanelle peppers. So these are like a sweet version of a frying pepper. If you cannot find these in the store, you can use regular bell peppers. So these are large white onions, regular garlic, okay, and that's kind of just what you need. You can play around with it. Some people use red bell peppers, whatever you like for your taste. So obviously we have to rinse all of this because the stems on this are like cilantro is just dirty in itself. Culantro is the same thing, and garlic has these little dirty ends on them, which you have to remove, okay? So, and then they have like that filmy sometimes skin. You want to wash those off. We're going to prep these, and then we're going to have to deseed all of these. So most of the time is consumed by prep work. You have a lot of prep work that needs to be done, right? So you can't help that. And this is the longest part of the process, but it's absolutely worth it. There's nothing in the world that's better than fresh sofrito. So let me show you how I deseed the both the peppers and the rough chop on the onions. All right, so I'm going to show you how I deseed these peppers. It's pretty easy. You just cut off the top. That top, don't throw it out. That's going to go right into the sofrito. And then I just slice it along lengthwise, and I open it up. And I slice down to get the veiny middle part out. And I continue doing that with all my peppers. That's kind of how I do my bell peppers as well. Then you just rinse and wash the seeds out as you go. It's pretty self-explanatory, but figured I'd show it to you anyway. Just pull that big part out, of course, and that goes in the trash. It's inevitable. You're going to get some seeds in your sofrito, but, if you have a really good blender, it's going to break it all up. So for the dulce, the sweet peppers, I normally break them apart with my fingers, but for the sake of the video, I want you to see what it looks like inside. So, usually just rip it apart with your fingers, and how the easiest way to clean it is when you do it, you leave this under running water and just pull all the seeds out with your hands, okay, just like this. And the seeds will go in your strainer. But it's easier to do it under running water because there's so many seeds, and it'll take you forever if you do it by hand. Let the water rinse the seeds out. You just put it in your bucket after it's cleaned, and it's fine. And then you go for your onion, and it's a rough chop. I mean, I have the Ninja blender. I could probably throw it in there whole, and it wouldn't matter. But I just want to show you what the rough chop looks like. So yeah, you're cutting it in half and then into quarters, okay? And then the garlic, you want to take off that yucky end that I had showed you earlier, and that's pretty much it. The hardest part is the prep, and I would say it's the aji dulce, the sweet peppers they take the longest. Alrighty, so you have to do this in batches, obviously. This is not something that you can all throw in together in a blender, and this is a pretty big blender, and I still have to do it in small batches. So I just throw in, random amounts. It doesn't have to be equal, and I get going. And the Ninja blender, as you can see, is absolutely amazing. It pulverized this within seconds, and it didn't get stuck like a lot of blenders do. And you just keep going until it's all smooth. Some people like some kind of substance to their sofrito, so if you do, you can use a food processor as well. To me, it doesn't matter either way. I actually like my blender, and I use it for everything. All right, so yeah, I'm going to show you. So you have, the Ninja Ultimate Blender. So you have low, medium, and high. I always keep it on low because high will literally make it like a liquid drink. So here's my second batch going on. As you can see, I wanted to show you the second batch because it looks different than the first. And that's okay, because what you're going to do is you're going to put it all into one big bowl and you're going to mix it up, because obviously since you're doing it in several batches, it's not going to be equal amounts, and when you get it all in the bowl, you want to just mix it up and blend it up real nice. So as you can see, it's going to town and it's working quick. So what I do here is I store mine in ice cube trays. I buy them from the dollar store, tons of them, and that's what I use. I throw it in the freezer, I let them freeze, I pop them out, throw them in a Ziploc bag. All right, and this is what the sofrito looks like when I'm done. It's absolutely beautiful. As you can see, I did not add any water, I didn't add any salt, I didn't add any oil, and I do that because the vegetables have natural oils and water in its own. And you don't want to add salt into your sofrito, because if you use adobo or sazon, it already has salt in it. You don't want an overabundance of salt in your food. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's fresh, bright and green. It lasts for months and months and months in the freezer. And I would, if you make rice every day, put a large amount in your container, and just pop it in the fridge. This made about 6 to 7 cups of sofrito, and that's quite a lot for my family. I make rice maybe 3 times a week. And yeah, so if you try the recipe and you like it, let your friends and family know. Share my video. If you haven't subscribed, do so already. And thank you guys for watching as always. Bye.